Very good morning to all of you there. See, in our in our past when we were young, we always used to hear the word the change is always constant. But that now has become so true that it is not only being constant, it is being so dynamic that today the world is faced with many more challenges. One is the digital disruption. The second are the climatic disasters, the climate change. And the third is the very uncertain geopolitical future, which we are going through now. So, under this, the point is previously companies used to, find out how ways to manage change. Today, it's become so unpredictable. It's been so much accelerating and unprecedented that the only way is the company to lead the change. That means do some change and show the people to follow the change, and so that they can stay afloat and stay stronger. Now, for this, companies must be resilient, and innovation is the key tool to ensure that a company stays ahead. We are 120 years plus old legacy company, but when we need to be relevant for another a century or more, what we have started doing is we have charted a path of disruption, and in that process we have ensured that our company, may not, our core competence is to ensure that we have 24 by 7 uninterrupted quality power supply and good consumer services. But when we bring in new change technologies and innovations, everything may not reside within our company, the skill set. So what we do is we ensure that we engage the skill sets of those organization of people who are expert at that job. So by doing that, we not only are bringing in skill from outside, but we are also training our own people to develop their own skill set and grow from the classical methodology to the disruptive, innovative methodology. I always feel a company like us and other old companies, they should allocate 1/3 of the resources, that is time, people, and capital, for strengthening the core business, 1/3 for actually scaling up the new disruptive, innovative applications, business applications, which would have been tested, which could be cutting edge and new technologies. And once we have tested that proof of concept, we can scale it up in the organization. And the next 1/3 of the resources should be to find out the new technology trends or disruptions or innovations going across the world, across various industries. It may be connected to power, it may not be connected to power, but we should see that how we can embrace them. So when we try to we do it on a small scale. We have a proof of concept. We try it out, because once we launch it in millions of consumers, we can't afford to fail. Now, what I believe, there are 4 Ds which are actually shaping the industry. One is digital transformation. The other is decarbonization, decentralization, and obviously disaster management, because the climate is changing very rapidly. So what we have done, we have curated our strategies along these 4 Ds, so that we can further, by using these 4 disruptive Ds, we can further enhance our operation efficiency, employee experience, consumer experience, and optimize the cost to serve. So when we begin with digital transformation, as you have already said, that we are going from the preventive to the predictive regime by embracing in Industry 4.0 sensor-based IoT technologies, where all our 220 kV or 33 kV and 11 kV, those networks, we ensure that they are in their pristine health and they don't fail, because if they fail, they cause a large area outage. For that, we constantly stream the data through various kind of sensors, and we study it through the big data analytics. And by using our SCADA system, we ensure that round the clock there is no disruption and quick restoration. For example, we have our self-healing system. That means whenever a network, authenticated network is failed, suppose it fails by any chance, there is a PLC or a self-healing system which automatically transfer to the or other network. And obviously, with this is connected our smart outlet system, where we have a business process automation and a workforce automation, so that the job is done as fast as possible. Because the tolerance level of people and expectations are tolerance level going down and expectations going high. So what we have done, we have also embraced immersive technologies like augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality, and we have created digital twins. And also, for example, suppose there is a failure on a 132 kV substation. So whatever the failure is, we can access the protective relay which can communicate nowadays, and we can diagnose the fault, and we can without going to the site, we can do it right on our mobile phone, so that we restore power and we ensure the system is healthy as fast as possible. When we look at the power sector, obviously distribution loss is one of the most important criteria. So we are going away slowly from the traditional methods of conducting raids, vigilance raids. We have adopted technologies by which our network becomes pilfer-proof. And in that technology, we have also used smart meters. Going forward to the consumer side and experience, as we have said, we first introduced chatbot, then we went out to WhatsApp bot, because that's the medium majorly used by consumers. And finally, we launched as an utility, we were the first to launch a voice bot known as Astha, and which uses artificial intelligence, machine learning, natural language generation and processing. And we are slowly scaling up our power supply calls to this voice bot. Now, for example, in business processes, we are trying to ensure that we have less of manual interventions, because nowadays the manual skill set is not available. So we use we are trying out technologies and expanding them on RPAs, that is robotic process automation bots, doing the various manual jobs, and putting a dash of AI into the job. So AI plus RPA is one, and use of AI ML for predicting the system and the faults is the other. And these are the kind of digital transformation. Now, coming to decentralization, decarbonization, obviously we know, and sustainability is one of our core values which we have adopted. So we are co-creating an infrastructure for electric vehicle charging across the city, for the buses, for the ferries, for the 4-wheelers, 2-wheelers, and 3-wheelers. We are converting our substation and our buildings to green buildings by using the technology of reuse, recycle, and optimize. So that's sustainable. And we are also working with our consumers, like commercial industrial consumers, how they change over from DC sets to, let's say, battery storage, from electric furnace, from normal furnace to electric furnace, etc. So we have also adopted a distribution scale battery energy storage system, and also tried out a microgrid with a floating solar and battery energy storage system. We have done this so that whenever it's required and as per business application, we can scale it up. We are trying out our hand in using blockchain as a service to ensure that whenever there are consumers have turned prosumers, they produce and use electricity. So when there is a lot of flow of exchange of power between conventional power and the green power and the consumer, user, producers, prosumers, that can help provide a platform, and we can upgrade ourselves to a system integrator instead of being a pure plain vanilla distribution company. Obviously, as I said, that disaster management is important for bringing up resilience. We have faced various cyclones in the past, and like Amphan, yes, and we have created a world record by restoring power as fast as possible because we have a ring-main network. But we have also done small frugal innovations, like whenever there is a waterlogging in streets, though our assets are above the water levels, but there are many consumers installations which are below. So for ensuring safety, we have put sensors where And those sensors are frugal, small cost sensors. They relay information to the customer relation CRM and to our operational team, who come and put off the power supply so that there is no danger due to waterlogging. And whenever the water supply subsides, the sensor says it's done, so we can put it back. So in totality, what we wanted to say that we are trying out various disruptive technologies in our various sectors, and we feel that the future is going to be driven by cutting edge and disruptive technologies, and these technologies can be adopted across industries, and we are trying to do it and scale up slowly. We hope that by doing that, we would stay relevant for another century. Thank you very much.